All right, so we're back on air. Hi. This is part two, part two of the Empire Building Hangout number 17, episode 17. I'm going to post the link back on the event page, and so everybody else can watch, and we'll be set. So yeah, you can say whatever you want. If you if you wanted to repeat what you said, that would be nice. If not, then we can move on to something else.
Prior to that, I have an announcement. I have a voyeur with me right now. Dina Sloniker from Pain Free Now is watching over my shoulder, but she's going to be silent.
Awesome.
You have an extra person in the mastermind. She's sending spiritual energy. She's worn out after 2 hours of Tai Chi in the park.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. She's way too plastic to participate in this conversation. She'll just absorb.
Yeah, well, good. You know what? That's the best way to do it because she doesn't have to put her mind in. She can just yeah, totally absorb
I
it.
have an announcement. I have a voyeur with me right now. Dina Sloniker from Pain Free Now is watching over my shoulder. Oh.
Okay. Got it. I think I've got this going on here. Have it?
Is that you or me?
That was me.
Oh.
That was me.
Cameron just put in scoot and doodle. That sounds like something you do with a poodle or a playground. What is scoot and doodle, Cameron?
Yeah, it's a new.
I don't know. It's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Because that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Dude, scoot and doodle.
There you go. And Sheila's in. Yay. We've got
maybe that was like a personal, private message to me. Hey, Mark, scoot and doodle, would you please?
That's.
Okay, so you want to know what we were saying, Dawn, when we got disconnected there, or whatever you want to call it?
Sure, if you want to repeat it, I would.
It would be my pleasure. So Robert was asking me, take it away, Robert.
Robert, who is muted, is asking you. No, I was continuing with the theme of the meaningful offer and pointing out that although you were owning the chaotic part of all the offers that you do, you also declared yourself to be the queen of making meaningful offers. And I found it ironic that I've known you for, whatever, a year or so and never really fully grasped that that's such a huge, important, valuable part of what you do. And I was kind of deferring to Andrea because I know she's been around for a while as well, and I was asking her if she really got that, and she said that she did because she's done that work with you. And then I think that's about when we lost you, and I was asking her, well, can you just verify my assumption that Dawn is, in fact, really good at this kind of work?
Of course, Dawn, I said, you're terrible at it. Don't ever work with her. It was awful. It was one of the best experiences that I have truly had working with a coach. Because Dawn and I did it via, not a Hangout, what we're doing now, because it wasn't broadcast, but a Hangout video call, correct?
Right.
So, you know, I felt as though we were in the same room with one another. It was all recorded for me so that I can continually go back in and listen and take out something new each time I do. Dawn really helped to center me because I have been confused and I have not had as clear a focus as I would like to be having lately. You know, who is my niche market? Really, truly, what is the offer that I want to be offering to? And it really was a fabulous experience spending a whole Saturday with Dawn and gaining that clarity, finding out the things within myself of what is it that I like to do with the client, really, you know, and what is it that a client truly appreciates from me of what I bring to the table to them, because it's more about them than it is about me, even though it has to be about me because I'm the one that they're coming to, but it's definitely about that client. So hopefully answered that. And yes, I did know that Dawn, this is a big part of Dawn's work, and I was telling Robert because I've been with you from the Women's Think and Grow Rich monthly meetings, and that's really where those conversations started to take place within that group before we started the Empire Building. So there's my answer.
Yep, there you go. So, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I shouldn't say it's a lot of work. People don't take the time to just sit down and do it. Um, and oftentimes, like, you don't even know what the structure is of an offer.
Yeah.
And, like, how do like, what do you structure? And if you're on this long, you know what, I'm going to tell you, it has a time. Really amazing that you have to have a time limit on an offer. People want to know, how long is it going to take? How long are you going to speak? If you're speaking, like, and sometimes they'll tell you, like, I've only got an hour. Can you do this in an hour? Yeah, I can do this in an hour. Or, no, you know what? This is a 4-hour process. I can't do this in an hour. But I have an hour process that, and something that we can do in an hour. You want to try that? And then, yeah. Um, but having a time limit, having a real clear understanding of, like, what result are you getting for your client? That's the biggest piece. And we're all wanting to be inspirational speakers, right? And we want the result to be inspiration. But when you're doing coaching, the result is not inspiration. They can get inspiration from if you've got a CD or an audio, point them to that and let them get inspiration from there. When you're offering coaching and when you're really doing one-on-one work at a high level, where you're offering something at a high level, then they don't necessarily just want inspiration. They really want to know that they're going to get a very specific result.
Yeah.
And what does that mean for them? And then, your flavor of how do you, communicate that result to them. And it doesn't, any offer that you have and any result that a client's going to make isn't going to just impact one area of their lives. It always impacts everything. That's what transformation is all about. And we're not giving people a pie. Like, you can have a pie, or you can have a pie that changes your life. Have you ever eaten a pie that changes your life? I have. I don't know about you, but I've had life-changing pies before, where you're, like, referring everybody to that, the pie baker. Gosh, you have to have one of these pies. You have to have. We ate at this crazy. We were in Clearwater Beach, and we ate at this crazy little Italian restaurant that I don't know that I would recommend to go sit down, but, like, for takeout, the food was unbelievable. Like, and I'll have to figure out, what the name of that is, but it was a life-changing food experience.
Wow. There's a very famous, no, not so famous because you've probably never heard of it. There was a folk singer named Utah Phillips, Bruce Utah Phillips, and he told a 10-minute tall story about moose turd pie, and that definitely changed everybody's life listening to it. I won't tell you the punchline because I might tell you the joke sometime, but
Okay, I'll wait for the joke.
get a chance to look up moose turd pie. That would definitely add to your selection of pies that have changed people's lives.
Yeah, I'm sure. It sounds very life-changing.
I think everybody ate breakfast before I told that, yes.
Yeah.
Dawn, something's coming to me. If I could
Yeah,
share, sorry
absolutely.
to cut you off, Mark, regarding the
Okay,
whole
I have
offers
three
and
things which are done.
why somebody needs to work with Dawn, the Queen of Offers. When I first decided to become a coach and I started my process of becoming certified, because God bless the schools, that's not, when you're doing your certification program, that's the business end of it, at least when I was doing it 10 years ago, wasn't a huge component. So what did I do? I was looking to see what the other coaches that I had worked with were doing, what was their pricing, so on and so on and so on. And then I started to do market research, because now the industry was exploding. So now over the web, I could find other coaches, and I was looking, and it's a big problem, or it was at least a big problem for me by doing it that way. It created much more confusion for myself. My focus was not there. It kept bringing up much more doubt within myself. So I feel in order to avoid all of that is to work with somebody such as Dawn, who is the Queen of Offers, who can work with you one-on-one. What's that noise, that background noise? It's terrible. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there because I really wouldn't want somebody else to kind of go through, even though it was part of my journey and it was obviously a necessary part. If they could avoid that, because that can take up an awful lot of time and bring you to not such a good place emotionally. So I just wanted to just kind of say that.
Yeah, I think you're so right on there. Mark, did you want
I
to
do. I have
follow up?
about three things. First, I want to thank Robert for directing the conversation when you dropped off, and he was laser focusing it down to a specific route. We've since blown that up to shit since then, but Robert, I want to congratulate you for trying to keep us focused, because God knows you're really good at it and we're not. I want to add three things. One, there's a tremendous resource that I've mentioned Frank Cesanis, the pitch master, and what kind of stuff he's been doing in my head. And so I'm going to ask in a moment what the difference between a pitch and an offer is, but we'll come back to that. Anyway, Frank took one of the... I woke up at 3:30 in the morning on one of our Northern California road tours with Dina slipping next to me, and I just, because I just taken that pitch thing, this huge pitch for her popped out, and I want to read it to you because it's really mind-blowing. Then, when Frank heard it, he said, let me do something with that. There is a new piece, may not be new to you, but it was to me, Adobe Voice. And he took the pitch, and with Adobe Voice and a few pictures, he created a 30-second commercial that made her cry when she saw it. I mean, it was that good.
Wow.
So write down Adobe Voice. I don't know how to screw on with this Hangout, or I would show it to you right now, and you would go, holy shit, but I'll see if I can send it to everybody. Here's the pitch I wrote for her. Now this, keep in mind, is a networking group pitch as opposed to an elevator pitch, you know, just some random person that you read.
Right.
Okay, so that's Jack Nicklaus, golf. Tony Robbins, motivation. Deepak Chopra, inspiration. The method I teach empowers them to relieve chronic pain. John Jason, Steve Haggerty, contacts and coffee regulars. Both chronic pain sufferers. Both got real results from just one free session of Pain Free Now. Today, someone will win one of those sessions that helped John and Steve. Is it going to be you? Imagine giving it as a gift to someone you care about who suffers from chronic pain. You'll be their superhero. I'm Dina Slonaker. Chronic pain crippled me for over 2 years. I'm pain-free now.
Wow, nice.
And then again, you'd have to know that Contacts and Coffee was the networking group she was doing it in, and John and Steve were both in the room. That's why it was written that way. So I can point to those people as embodied. I mean, that's a 30-second thing that has a lot of powerful elements in it, and I'm just blown away. So he took that with Adobe Voice, and he created an actual visual commercial. I'm just recommending that to everybody. Here's what I created. Then what I'd like you to do, Dawn, because you're still in the hot seat, is I'd like you to give an offer for making offers, okay? Because I think that would really focus us in. Because like Robert said, he says, I've known you for a year. I didn't know this is one of your remarkable specialties. So I'd like to get a sense of not your pitch, but the offer. But let me read mine now.
Okay.
Give me a break, Mark. That's what I used to tell myself. The 4-pack-a-day smoker. The shy kid who mumbled and stumbled in public. I'm Mark, the hypnotist, and I'm here to give you the same break I gave myself. Break your bad habits, like smoking, or your fear of public speaking. Breakthrough performance in the boardroom, the game room, even the bedroom. Break up laughing at your next party. Break away from been there, done that, eat and greet parties with a comedy hypnotist show. Mark Backrack, comedy hypnotist when your guests need a good laugh. Serious hypnotist when it's time to end the drama. Now, are those offers that I just read you, are they pitches? Are they both? Where does the offer start? I got to get a sense of that, but now I'm inviting you, please make your offer about making offers. And then we'll throw all these things and maybe take some pieces that can help everybody.
Well, that's good. The pitch is the marketing that gets people to your offer. So that's a pitch. The pitch is, that's the M part of the empire building.
These were pitches.
You have to know what you offer before you can pitch anything. So what you offer is the offer is when you and your client, the point that you and your client connect. So whether it's a widget or you're selling glasses, and that's the offer. This is my offer. It's got a price tag on it. There you go. How you pitch it to somebody that's the
Oh,
fun magic. Okay.
now I'm
So
understanding.
the offer is the connection between you and the client. It's what happens when you exchange. Like where the two connect. You pass your thing, your gifts to your client through stage hypnosis and one-on-one. What do you call that? The
Hypnotherapy.
private.
You mean the thing you studied for a year?
Yeah, hypnotherapy, right? Is it hypnotherapy, or you do hypnotherapy, or is it just hypnotism?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, I don't know how you picked up on that chaos on my head. Yeah, most people call it hypnotherapy, but I've started dropping that word
Right.
in lieu of just hypnotist.
Okay.
There's too many words. I simplified it, so it's interesting you would even ask me that. But technically, the process is called hypnotherapy.
Right, right. So you've got hypnotherapy, an offer. You have stage hypnotist, an offer.
Yeah,
And
common hypnotist.
how you package those offers is
That's
the whole offering, the whole offering magic that you do. Like, so for you, how you package an offer is you offer the one-on-one. I'm going to put myself on the screen. So you would offer the one-on-one
right.
sessions. You either offer them in a package over a period of time, because how long does this last? And
Right.
then you usually, depending on how you want to structure your business, what is effective for you for helping your clients, you might say, you know what, the first session will let us know how long to go over. How long do we need to take to help you with your smoking cessation? And then you would say, it usually takes anywhere between 2 to 3 months, or 2 to 3 sessions.
Shoot
And
me if it
that's
took that long.
what's that?
Shoot me if it took that long. It takes
Yeah.
one session. Easy.
One session, and you are done smoking.
A
That's
long
what
session. I go 4 hours with people, but I'm not going to go week after week on that.
So see, so for yours, the packages, you have a time limit. Whatever the time is, you have a 4-hour time limit that you're working with somebody for 4 hours. That's that's how how you get results around smoking cessation. And
Right.
then other things, the same thing. Bye, Robert. I see you have to go.
Oh.
um, yeah, and so it's the structure that you give somebody that creates order in the mind of the person that is receiving it. That's what they need. And most people just don't have the capacity to create order for somebody who really needs it. And it can be very vague, but if you have, because you're like, oh, coaches, we're like, oh, it may just take forever, may not take forever. Really, I believe in instantaneous transformation. It's done. So, I believe wholeheartedly in that, because I also believe, like, we can transfer energy and you can, be healed like in no time. So, I don't like to put, but there is a process. I can't walk somebody through empire building, like the whole process of empire building is really is a 7 session, intense session program. And when somebody is finished with that, they will receive the result of, they will have their offer, they will know how to market it, who they're marketing it to. This is the whole complete empire building program. They will have a clear understanding. If they're working with me for over a long period of time, I'm actually helping them fill their program, with their coaching program. This is, I'm working with coaches now mostly, so I'm helping them fill their program. When they're finished with that, the empire building, they have an offer, and then they're actually, they are filling the program. You know, like they've got people in, and we're working through that whole session, that whole thing, to get them in alignment, and I'm holding their hand so they don't doubt or worry, or you know, and all those little things that come up, they have immediate feedback, so they're not waiting or in the dark in between one step to the next.
Okay.
That is kind of that's my offer, you know, what I do and how I call it empire building, you know, but it's really about helping people.
That was the empire building. So I'm going to ask you to think while I talk for a few minutes about making the offer about making offers. In other words, how to teach us. Yeah. So hold with that. Now I'm vacillating between, you know, like having seen Lisa Sasevich and just having seen The Godfather recently, and I keep thinking of, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse, right? And to me, the great offers I've heard is like create feeding frenzies in the room. It's just like, not only is it the only logical solution, you may not have even known you needed this thing, and suddenly you have a mental hard-on to go for this offer. So I'm getting confused between just, I have this offering versus the really well thought out, developed offer that has so many. It's just so well polished that you'd have to be a moron not to go for it.
Right. Well, that comes, you know, the first thing is the seed of offer. That's, you know, that's what has to come first, and then from there you develop then the skills and the alignment to make that you know, feeding frenzy offer that people have at the back of the room.
Okay, so you begin where you're at with what you've got, and you you got to be very clear on what the essence of the offer is, and then you begin to embellish it, refine it, see what the marketplace is doing until you find the way to present it in a way that's so compelling that your target, I mean the one who this is fulfilling the need for, is going to get it instantly and going, wow, you're the one I was looking for, let's do this.
Right, and knowing, you know, like for you have the opportunity, because you have an opportunity to create lots and lots and lots of offers and products, and just, you know, be the thing in the back of the room. But like the real irresistible offer, you know, you're talking about Lisa Sasevich, the real irresistible thing is where you package it, you know, like package all those things, all of it together in a way that people are just, they're dying to buy your whole package, like your whole table. They want to go home with everything because you've offered it in a way that makes it like a no-brainer. Why would they not? You know, like instead of getting this audio program and this DVD and, you know, a free session with me, or, you know, and a session with me, and, you know, quit smoking, you get all of it for the price of, you know, just today. That creates the feeding frenzy. That's the marketing. That's where you communicate, and the marketing's about communicating. And this is a really, 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 you know, write this down. You know, marketing is about communicating. I can communicate about this easier than I can do, you know, for myself. I think we all do that. That's why we need coaches to help us do, you know, like creator offers. We need coaches to help us create that. The offer is the offer. Making it irresistible is the marketing element of it. You know, it's the communicating in a way that people can't say no. Why would they say no? That's just ridiculous. How could they possibly say no to that? And you know, my daughter sold cupcakes at her garage sale earlier this month, and the cupcakes were priced at $2 a cupcake. There was little girls sitting next to her that were selling 50 cents for 2 cookies. And, you know, everyone was telling her, you're never going to sell those cupcakes. But they were gorgeous, and she had them on display next to gorgeous suckers, you know, like these chocolate lollipops. And she had them on display, and she was just sitting there with a little cute smile on her face and just this beautiful sign that said $2.
Oh, wait a minute. Was she branded as the freckled actress juggling cupcake?
Yeah, she was. She was totally doing that.
Because, I mean, that might have had something to do with it right there, right?
Stop it, Mark.
She did not communicate anything. She just sat there. Literally, she just sat there. But
Well,
the fact that they looked so delicious, my mom made them, and she's like the expert cake maker of the universe. My daughter talked my mom into making these for her.
Did she sell them out? Did she
She
sell
sold
out her?
out of her cupcakes. She made over $50 with her cupcake sales.
This
I'm like,
kid is
Fabulous.
13. I'm putting my wallet away when that kid gets to be 13.
And she was just like, and everybody says, oh, you have to you sell them, lower to make it, to make it irresistible. The funny thing is that for certain things, if you get a bite out of one of them, you want more. I mean, and this was the case for this cupcakes. Like, if one person would buy one and they took a bite out of it, they were buying 3 more for their family members. So, like, she sold out not because she was brilliant, but because the cupcakes were so delicious that people couldn't just eat one. And that
So
was
that brings up a point for me
okay.
regarding the whole marketing, packaging, offering.
Sure.
I know for myself, since building my brand over the last number of years, where I totally was distracted by the packaging and purchased things that whatever was in that nice packaging, it didn't come with. So, purchased a program to work with a coach who in the packaging had, made this delivery of all of these promises where that's not what I received.
Right. So
It's called a pose job.
yeah.
Total. So now I don't want to, because I'm not a skeptical person and I am very trusting. Also, I will never allow somebody to take that from me, but I am a little bit more of an investigator. I don't necessarily right now where it's just that packaging and it's like, oh, that packaging looks great and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, well, sometimes the packaging can make things look really gorgeous. One of the things that, and I'm teaching you guys this, and as you're in this empire building program, and like your guys might as well be in the program because I'm giving you every single mindset thing that's going to, like trip you up. The thing with the offer, and I totally just lost my train of thought. See, this is how distracted we get in our business. Okay, the packaging. Is that you have to know what you need next. I mean, this is where we flounder when we don't know basic business principles. And this is really what empire building is, just like teaching you, like, where are you in your business? Are you, do you have your offer and do you know how to market it, but you just, for some reason, you're not doing it? Go back to the E, because chances are you're thinking it's going to be so much harder to do, to actually perform the work. Maybe you've broken your will to work. Like some people have a broken will to work. I mean, it's America, all over the world. You don't have to be in America to have a broken will to work. And so, like backing into this point of like knowing where are you on the empire path, and it's, business building path. Where are you on that journey? Okay, so I think this is going to be really easy. So I'm offering lots of coaching sessions, and I'm doing this, and but I don't have anybody who's working with me. Like I'm creating offers all the time. Like, I guess I've done this a lot. Created offers all the time, and you've got enough people that you're working with, and the people that you're really when you're doing this in a way that's really, this is the way I've really done it, is as you work with people, they let you know what they need next. And then as they let you know what they need next, then you create an offer. That's not what most people do, though. Most people are like, okay, this doesn't work, so I'm going to try something new. They're not responding to the people that they're marketing to and saying, what do you really need? Oh, Dawn, you know what? I created a parenting class for a group of realtors that I was coaching because they were having such a hard time with all the parenting stuff and being these successful, really successful realtors and having these home lives that were just, it was pulling them apart. So I created a parenting class for them about mindset and about parenting for results. That's what it was called, parenting for results, because that's what they want. They wanted results for their kids, right? I did that in a response to what they were need, but I was already coaching them. I was already working with them. Um, Knowing where you are, though, will help you say, okay, when you see the bright, shiny cupcake, you can say, okay, do I really need this cupcake? You know, is it on my path? Is it the next thing that I need? You have to make a couple sales, have some money in your pocket, and you from there you can say, okay, so what could make me offer my services more easily? You know, what's my next step to make it easy? And that's really what it is that that I really want to impress upon anybody. You can have a network marketing business. You can have, you know, it doesn't matter what type of business you're in, but to know where you're not, like what's your distraction. I mean, there's people in network marketing, which is a great business to be in. I'm not in, but it's a great business to be in. You have the products and services already there for you, who are not even focused on, like, they don't know what they're focused on. Are they selling the business? You know, are they selling the products? Or, you know, like, what are you focused on? That's just really that's really the piece that helps you get back. And I love the fact that you shared this guy's, the pitch master. I'm going to have to get him on a hangout. See if
definitely. I'll
Yeah.
go for next
see if
week.
we can see how magical he is, because, you know, there's a lot of people. I mean, the pitches are great. You see them on Shark Tank all the time. If you watch Shark Tank, you can see the pitches going on, and that's really where, you know, if you want somebody to really stand up and take action, that's what the pitch is for. The offer is what you're going to do, you know, where the pitch is leading them to. So, yeah, slap your business. I thought that was just the funniest thing, too.
And it's actually an acronym, so the SLAP was the acronym, and
Really.
he got us in that 30 seconds. In each one of the ones I read, I got all those elements in, and I was blown away. It's taken me 34 years to do this. So yeah, I'm relating to what Cameron said too, and I just think it'd be the queen of the offers versus the pitch slapper. That could be a great mastermind cooperation thing. Very cool.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow. We could really, yeah, that would be a great ending, because once you have, because you know, just having the offer and knowing what you're going to offer, and then being able to communicate it to people in a quick and easy way is, like, that's really valuable. Yeah, so I would just think that would be fabulous. So I'm going to reach out to this guy. I have to make sure. I can't cut and paste these things for some reason. I'm not sure.
I'll send you his V card, and I'll just conference call the two of us, or 10 of us, whatever. Yeah.
Sounds great.
I can't wait to post this Adobe video thing. Actually, I probably can.
That'll be a big help for me, so I don't have to wait 40 years.
Yeah. Give me a moment here. You guys keep talking. I'll see if I can cut and paste the thing he did for Dina, because it is amazing.
So while you're doing that, I'd like to welcome Sheila. Hi, Sheila.
Yeah.
Got you on the big screen. Yeah, so do you have any questions or any thoughts, like, before we really went over today, but anything going on with you? You're new here and you're hanging out from Boston, is that right?
Nice.
Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted. Oops. Okay. Well, we'll see you next time. And
Hold on a second.
it doesn't look like you're muted, but sometimes we click the mute button on the top. You never know. Andrea, any more thoughts? Hey, Cameron's here new too. Can you?
Oh yeah, Cameron.
Are you able to talk? I heard you talking earlier.
Yes, I can talk.
Awesome! So glad you joined us. This is such a cool thing to see somebody in like an online program who's, like, right in my backyard. I don't know what part of Columbus you're calling or you're hanging out from, but I'm in the northeast part of Columbus. So
I'm in southwest Columbus, Lincoln Village, Prairie Township.
all right, we're right across. Like, we're directly, probably, on the opposite ends of Columbus. Oh, good. Well, super. What's your business?
Expert marketing, really focusing in on as far as taking advantage of the Google My Business platform and reading Google Analytics to be able to improve the SEO marketing.
Yeah, good. Do you have a website that you'd like to share with people?
No, I currently don't have a website, but I do have one client that I've had for 90 days now.
Awesome. Congratulations on that. That's great.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you on Hangout because this is just the beginning of, what Google can do for us. So,
Thank you for the invitation.
yeah, super. Mark, you got anything else there?
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to post this, and if you can play it, if you can click this link and play it for everybody, it will blow your mind.
Oh,
That's the thing that he did. I put it on the chat.
okay.
Can you click that and play it for everybody?
I will see. I will see if I can do that. Hold on.
That's the Adobe Voice commercial that he did for Dina, the Pitchmaster Frank did for Dina.
Here's my slam.
Yeah.
On the left, and then click the link.
There you go. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that crazy? I can actually share my screen. Let's see what
Go for it.
see what we can do here. Let's see it.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, do the slider. Okay, there it is.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. We'll try it.
Jack Nicklaus, golf. Tony Robbins, motivation. Deepak Chopra, inspiration. The Pain-Free Now method empowered them to relieve chronic pain. I could tell you about these and scores of other famous people who've discovered this powerful method, but that would be name dropping. Instead, I'll drop a few more names more familiar here in Ventura County. John Jason, finance. Steve Haggerty, guitar. Both of them were chronic pain sufferers, and both got real results from just one free session of Pain-Free Now. If you are ready, contact Dina Slonaker. Chronic pain crippled her for over 2 years, and she is pain-free now.
Nice.
Is that freaking awesome?
Wow. That's great. What a gift. What
Yeah.
the heck?
It actually was a gift from him. We've been doing stuff for each other. I just did this huge sellout comedy hypnotist show for the Center for Spiritual Living in Simi Valley Friday night. He had bought a ticket for him and his wife. He's never been hypnotized. He's a professional magician, a youth pastor, and this incredible sales pitch master. And he knew me so well, he decided to come. He also got hypnotized, but I pressed him in the service. After he bought a ticket, he did table-to-table magic for everybody there, and he just blew their minds. And then he got hypnotized on stage, which was just awesome. Really something. He's a terrific guy. And once I just went nuts with that pitch that I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, and I left a voicemail from the road, and he shot back. He says, send me the English, Mark. Send me the written copy and let me see what I can do with it. And that's what he sent us back.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. But that's a free program. Adobe Voice, go play with it, and you're going to have stuff up on your website and everything in like a half an hour.
Wow.
Crazy good. If you want to, I'll even do some voiceovers for people. So if you wanted a professional voice or something like that.
You've got a great voice, too.
I do it for a living. I am a voiceover guy. But
Yeah.
For the people in here, if you want to crank something out, I'll do a voice for you.
Wow, that's a great offer, guys. Just know that this is a very generous thing.
My time limited. like
30 seconds or less, right?
Huh?
30 seconds or less, right?
Yeah, no, just don't tell 100 people that Mark's going to
right.
do things.
We're broadcasting to the world, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. That's to the 6 people on the screen
who are actually inside of the Hangout. See, there's advantages to joining inside of a Hangout. Believe me,
Right.
like all the juice comes on the inside. Well, I'm going to stop broadcasting, guys.
How did you know?
What's that?
We just juiced for 3 hours last night. My kid gave me a juicer for Father's Day. So
Wow.
we're up 3 hours making all the juice for this week because, man, it's time consuming. But it's good, though. We're going right after this is done. We'll go down for our papaya pineapple juice.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, very good stuff.
That's good.
All right.
All right, guys. Everyone, Empire Builders. Any last-minute thoughts, questions, ahas, or things that you want to say before we get off of here? I'm so happy that everybody joins me every week. I had a great vacation in Florida. I was with Mickey Mouse, and went to the beach. And I'm still, like I said, I'm still in beach mode. I'm going to get a season pass to our local water park for my daughter and I, and we're going to just spend some time here this summer. I've decided because I can do it.
Hey, welcome back from vacation. Are you going to be back next week? And the week
Oh yeah,
after?
absolutely. We're back in. We'll be here. You'll see us.
I just
every
realized
Monday.
Sheila put up that she can't use her microphone, so that's why she's been mute. It's not that she's a voyeur. She's just wave at us, Sheila. Yeah, let's get Sheila involved here. Come on, yay! All right.
Yay. Awesome. Yeah. So happy to have you there, Cameron. It's really an honor. So happy that you could pop in, and I'm glad that you joined us. He's like muted, but you know what? We'll see you next week. Everybody, next Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time, whatever time that is where you are, we're doing Empire Building Mastermind Hangout. If you want to invite people from the outside who aren't, who are not in the Google environment, invite them to go to empirebuildinghangout.com, and they can get the link there and they can watch live from wherever they are. And yeah, it'll be great. See you. Wonderful having you here again. And until next time.